Back now on Triad Today, we're about to tackle a topic that is near and dear to a lot of our hearts. I don't know of anybody who hasn't been stopped and given a speeding ticket or had some kind of a traffic violation ticket. Man, it is a tense moment, and we have a gentleman here who is going to untense it for us a little bit. I think that's improper English, but I use it anyway. Jay Paul, our director. If we can see once again our good friend, our legal expert, Clarke Dummit of the Dummit Law Firm. Welcome, Clarke.
Good to be back.
You emailed me the other day and said, let's talk about some myths about getting these tickets. And I think that's a good idea. I'm going to start off, and I'm going to go down the list you gave me and get you to react to it. We have so many, I know we won't get to all of them. Here's the first one. If I think I'm really guilty of speeding, I get the ticket and I say, yeah, I guess I was speeding. I guess there's no need to even consult an attorney about it. Reaction?
Boy, in North Carolina, you absolutely should. Attorneys can negotiate deals that you just can't negotiate on your own. Each county has a different standard on how they negotiate, but ultimately the reason that the DAs will negotiate is because they don't want to go to trial. If they went to trial on every single speeding ticket, we'd need 10 times as many courts.
And that clogs up the courts. Completely.
So a good attorney can get you a deal that will help save you money, help save you insurance points, help save you driving points. It's well worth spending a little money on an attorney.
All right, now if I get a traffic ticket, another myth is my record will just be cleared off after 3 years anyway, automatically.
That, it's half true and half not. The points, under North Carolina law, the points will stay on for insurance purposes for 3 years. And so it stays on for 3 years, and then your insurance would come back down. It stays on your record forever. And when you get another ticket in the future, you look back and
it stays on your record forever?
Yes.
That you got it?
Yes.
That you got, I did not know that. All right.
Driving record stays there forever.
Now these are going to sound like stupid questions. I'm really interested in these. These are kind of weird questions. All right, so you're there and you're stopped by the state trooper, let's say. A ticket is not valid if you refuse to sign it. Is that true or false?
That is false. Signing it says that you're accepting service of it and you will appear in court. If the officer signs it, he's certifying that he served you. If the officer doesn't sign it, then there's no proof of service. So that signature is necessary, but your signature is not.
What about, now this is going to sound crazy, but I actually heard people say this. If the trooper shows up, he gives you your ticket, issues you the ticket, you drive on your merry way, but when he was doing it, when he was issuing the ticket, he wasn't wearing his hat. Is the ticket valid?
I've heard that before, and there's absolutely no validity to that. None.
Okay. Now, the officer must show you the radar reading that he had on your car if you request it. True or false?
It's false. It's evidence that they will use in a courtroom, but ultimately under North Carolina law, the radar is only a mechanical device. It's some evidence, but it's not admissible unless the officer's opinion first comes in. So the radar is not the evidence against you, it's the officer's opinion, and the radar either confirms that or not.
We see a lot of things on TV and crime dramas where people are read their Miranda rights when they're arrested. Now, you're not technically being arrested, but let's say if it's a really bad traffic violation or you've hit a car or there's something really serious going on, and do you have to have your rights read to you in that situation?
No, the Miranda rights are your rights to remain silent. So when you're in custody of an officer, so if it was a real high speeding ticket and you're from out of state and they're going to take you into the magistrate and actually arrest you, they can arrest you without reading you your rights. And it's a valid arrest. The question is if you make some confession while you're being driven down to the magistrate's office. The confessions are.
Now, there's such a thing called a prayer for judgment, right? Something where if you've negotiated somebody out of it, you say, well, his speedometer wasn't working or there was some problem with it, and so let's say that I don't get any points taken off on, it doesn't affect my insurance and it doesn't affect my license. But what if I go out the next day and get another speeding ticket and I'm caught, dead to rights? Will everything double? Will all the points double? Will the insurance thing? What happens?
That's a complex issue. Right off the bat, no, it doesn't. North Carolina, a prayer for judgment continued is what a PJC is. And it's when a judge finds you guilty but doesn't enter a sentence. And so you can pay the court costs, but there's no fines. And ultimately, since there's not a final conviction, no points go on your license. So if you get a second ticket, theoretically, in some theoretical world, they could enter judgment on the earlier one. But it just doesn't happen as a practical matter.
So much. We're going to have to do more of these when you come back next month. So much good information. Here's the law firm, the Dummit Law Firm website, logo and everything's up on screen. And give them a call, go to the website, check them out. What's the phone number at the office again?
777-8081.
8081, 777-8081. Check them out if you need help. consult with Clarke and his great staff. We'll be right back.